Hi sewing friends, welcome to my sewing room. My name is Beth, and if you're new, welcome. It's always nice to sew with you. In a previous video, I'll leave the link below, I made some stars. I made a big star and a small star, and I was using some fat quarters. It took about 13 fat quarters. I had 14 fat quarters to start with, but I did not use one of them fat quarters, and I have a little bit of leftover fabric. When I had all 16 stars made, I wanted to figure out how I was going to put it together. I did think about adding a border. Instead though, this time I put some strips between using some leftover fabric, and I really like the way it turned out. This is a great baby quilt. Let's get started. Here are the stars on my design wall before I decided how I would arrange them. I thought I might add a border, like I said, but after pondering for a little while, I divided them up and added some yellow sashing between 4 groups of 4 stars. For each grouping of 4 stars, I used 2 large stars and 2 small stars. I alternated them, and as you can see, the larger stars have the darker background and the light stars have, the small stars I should say, have a lighter background. When I ran low on the gray, or ran out of the gray, not quite enough to do a block, I did mix and match some of the fabrics. Once I had my 4 groups of 4 stars, I was ready to add some sashing. And this fabric is so cute. I don't know if you can see the little kitty cats, and there are some fish. I see clouds and raindrops. So all I needed for the center was a 3.5-inch square for the centerpiece, and that's gray. And then I cut some strips that are 3.5 inches wide, different lengths, because I did not have a whole lot of the yellow left. I did not have enough to do all of the strips, and I didn't have enough to, most of the strips were smaller than I needed, shorter than I needed. So I had to cut a few and join them together. Once I had the top and the bottom of my quilt joined together with yellow sashing, I just needed to add that centerpiece with that gray square in the middle, and that's the next thing I did. This quilt turned out so cute. I love the sashing pieces that are joined. I think it adds a lot of interest to this quilt, and I used up a lot of the extra fabric. I have just a little bit left over, and maybe I'll incorporate that into the back of this quilt. We shall see. There is a baby coming, and I thought, you know what, this quilt is almost ready to go. I need to quilt it and get it off to that new mom and dad. So let's see how that goes, and it's always nice to sew with you. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.